Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And for today, we're going to learn another skill, which is something borrowed from yoga, something borrowed from parkour, and a follow-up video from the initial one you can see right here. So, the previous video we learned to do a forward roll, and that's basically going forward and rolling on your back. This time, we're going to practice the opposite of it or going the other direction. And if you're actually struggling to learn the forward roll, this can help you to develop that proprioception or movement pattern going on reverse. So, a back roll or a shoulder stand is allowing us to bring our hips back and maybe even over our head. And what it's useful for is it teaches us first how to curve the body in a certain way, use our legs and throw it up over the air and bring it back, and maybe even have a nice stretch on the neck as we do it in yoga, where we prop up the hips and bring our legs towards the ceiling, and that gives us a nice stretch, balancing on our shoulders. For our purpose on our handstand practice, um, we want to create as much awareness in every position possible that could go wrong. And when we do that, we basically mitigate the fear of what the worst thing that could happen to us if ever we kick up too much and we fall over balance, or meaning from vertical we fall forward. And in my teaching experience, I've seen a lot of people are not making any progress in their handstand because they're too afraid to reach that vertical position, either when they're just kicking up, maybe even to the wall, and they're not reaching the wall at all because they are addressing only the physical stuff. They are not addressing the mental and the emotional, which is fear. So in these drills that I have been teaching in this series, um, we are spending some time learning these body movements or movement mechanics, and it might feel like a long way around. But trust me, once you do all of these things, once you address the fear, it's a straightforward line from there. Maybe not as straight, it's still not linear, but you don't have to face a wall and keep banging your head onto it and just keep on forcing your way through. Instead, we're finding a way a little bit around, but the shorter and faster way. All right, so without further ado, let's show you first how it looks like. So first, you might want to practice this with a soft mat. I'm using a puzzle mat here for myself, and we want to have a nice length position for our full body. So I'm lying on my back here, nice and easy, maybe the easiest from all of the exercises we've been doing. I'm going to tuck my knees towards my glutes and maybe have some pressure from my feet so I can lift up my hips and just see how it feels that you're pressing your weight up and up over towards your shoulders. Now, you might want to tuck the chin here and not press against or look up because that's going to be um, counterproductive to what we're trying to do. So, initially, we're going to try to use our hands to prop the hips and maybe bring the hips as far over to our head as possible. So, here, I'm going to prop up, maybe lift up my bum and lift up my leg. Actually, I don't know how to do this. This is from yoga, but you can try lifting it up until you can use your hands to lift up the hips. Okay? If you are comfortable here, you can start to extend the leg, maybe point it towards the sky. And if you found your balance, then you can start to lower one hand and then the other, and maybe even without. All right? So it's a little bit scary position because we're loading the neck, but it's actually very safe if you do it progressively. All right? And then what you do is you tuck the legs, use your hands, lower down, and allow your body to unravel nice and smoothly. If I do that another way, coming from this direction, and I'm actually going to use now my legs and my hips to throw my legs and hips backwards and over my head, and that's gonna create some momentum instead of trying to grapple my way up. And what I can do is start from a seated position. All right, I'm gonna try to tuck my chin from the get-go, creating this nice C shape in my body, keeping my knees close to my chest, maybe using my hands on the ground for support, and looking straight forward. I'm just going to lean back and sit back up. See how that feels for you. And then slowly, slowly, you can start to rest your head, tuck the chin, and notice how your hips go higher and higher. And maybe find a still point here without the arms, without the elbows. You want to keep pushing against the back of the head to create some tension on the neck so you're not just dumping your weight there inactive. Okay? And then eventually, you want to straighten out the legs. Maybe play around with some feet shapes. And then maybe allowing the legs to drift further and further back. And maybe shifting one to the other. And then just tuck the knees again, roll back, and you're back in your starting position. All right. So that is the starting point of the practice. If you can get comfortable to up to this point, then you can either go back to your forward rolls, because that's basically the coming up and the going down from the forward roll. And usually we are very afraid to put some weight on our head, on our neck, because honestly, this is a very vulnerable body part. Yeah. If somebody wants to hunt us down or kill us, basically it's the neck that you want to aim for and the spine. So your body naturally knows what to protect, and therefore there's a lot of fear involved in it. So again, going back to mitigating fear, we need to demonstrate to the body, we need to drill certain movement mechanics or at least some strength that whatever we do in this position, we are safe, we're going to come out of it in one piece, no pain, no injury. All right? So if you're with me, let's go towards the next one. And this is something I found really important and something that was um, unnatural in the beginning, because when I was learning to do a back flip, once you do a jump and a flip, you actually want to throw your legs behind you. And after falling from my back, and initially in the first time I did it when I was feeling cocky, I was first learning it in a trampoline and I just decided to get out of it and jump. I fell here, and from then on, my neck starts to react quite protectively, and that's okay. I cannot do anything about it. I just have to work through it. So let me save you some time and injury by teaching you how to do this first on the ground. All right? So we were doing rolling and throwing the legs out. Now we're going to start to try to exit on one shoulder, maybe not even rolling completely, just see how it feels to be loaded on one shoulder. So, like so. Notice how my hand is still here. It's protecting me and keeping me in position, while the other hand can be free and I can just throw it back and come back to the same position. If I do that on the other side, remember to tuck the chin, use your lean back and tuck position so that you can roll into your back and come to the other side of your shoulder. Again, this is my free hand. It doesn't have really to do anything at all, while this needs to stay on the ground. So I can push here a little bit as I throw my legs back, and that will carry me back to my starting position. All right? Now, from there, after you start getting more confident and comfortable in it, you can start to continue the roll backwards. So let's say I choose towards my right shoulder or right side. I go back and around, and notice this hand. I'm just gonna try to keep it here so I know how to place my shoulder or my hand here when I want to roll back and come back to original position. Let's try that on the other side. So roll to the other side and keeping my arm here, palm facing up. I'm gonna try to reverse. Just go back to where we came from. All right. So if you've been following along and you are here with me, I hope you're having a lot of fun. I hope you're learning something new about your body. And if that's not enough, I still have one more progression for you. And this has a direct transfer to your back flip. Okay? Now, it's enough that you try this. You don't have to get it right away. And if it's not specific to what you want to do, you don't have to do it. But it's also a nice skill to have under your toolkit. All right? So I might struggle a little bit because I haven't been doing this, but basically I want to go directly backwards instead of rolling on one shoulder. Also, we want to be able to prop our arms close to our head or our ears so that we can push up and using that momentum to roll back. All right, here we go. There you go. So, as you notice, I really need to push up, and it's all about timing. You need to feel the body ready so that you can use that, create enough momentum backwards, and then allowing to just bring and throw the legs back to really throw your hips up. And once the feet goes over, you just have to push a little bit to bring you back up to sitting or standing. Let me show you that once again. So for me, I need a little bit of timing or coordination. So starting from our first position, take a few breaths, and let's do it. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, I can even go up all the way to standing. One more time on the other direction, and let's do it. And 1, 2, and 3. And that's it. Basically the opposite of what we've been doing in the first video, which is the forward roll. We're going back the other way. Play with it, enjoy it, explore. Okay, you don't have to get good at something just like this in the first try or in the first few tries. Otherwise, that's a recipe for frustration. Just play with it and let me know how it goes. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, let me know what's stopping you, what can be better, and let's talk about it in the comment section. Or if you have anything specific about your body, about any pain or injury, send me a DM. Let's do a video call about it, and maybe I can help you one-on-one. All right. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you enjoyed this entire series of skills, learning through my method and borrowing from different methodologies or disciplines. And now I'm losing my voice. I've been recording for so long, since yesterday. And I hope you appreciate these videos and be helpful in your practice. And I'll see you in the next tutorials. Peace and love, guys.